Hey guys, what's up? Jaxxsin here, and today I'm going to do a video I should have made a long fucking time ago. It's overdue. Ever since I uploaded the video, Bungie says fuck you for playing Destiny, and I'm done with it. The reason this video existed was because I realized something was happening that was unprecedented. And to keep my knowledge of this matter was very small. I hadn't really started to explore into the fuckery until Destiny. Destiny, I feel, pushed the limits to the point where a guy like me, who was fine with not owning the season passes and saying, no, I don't want it. Someone like that, going from that to actually buying the day one season pass, being like, okay, yeah, I will get this, I think I got it about a month before the fucking Dark Below came out. And the thing about this is after that, when the Taken King came out, I logged in to see what was going on, see if I wanted to get it. I almost got it. And I realized something. I realized that a guy like me, who bought the season pass, was now having to give them money to play content that was purchased in the season pass. Destiny did that. Destiny was the first game I ever heard of that fucking took season pass content away from the player. No, they didn't, blah, blah, blah. No, listen, all right? If I can't run the Nightfall when it's a fucking Dark Below mission or a House of Wolves mission, then you have taken content away from me. You are taking the content that I bought and you are saying you can't play this, all right? And that's what Destiny did, okay? And when it did this, I decided to make a video about it. And the reason it was entitled Fuck Bungie is because I was sick of hearing this argument I was hearing this argument before I was even making videos. All right. Everyone was quick to say it's Activision's fault, not Bungie's. Don't blame Bungie. Be nice to Bungie. All right. And I'm going to explain today why this argument is fundamentally flawed and why it does not matter. Okay. And why, if you're making this argument, I have to assume you are a Bungie fanboy. Because that is the only reason you would feel the need to justify the moves that Destiny has taken. Because you're willing to, any fucking sane person, I don't care how much you love Destiny, like any fucking person will say what they've done is unprecedented and it's wrong. Someone in Destiny has been affected by a friend like me who has refused to come back. Who has said, no, I won't. Like, what they've done is disrespectful, it's unprecedented, I won't have my fucking content that I have bought taken away from me and held ransom for another fucking, check to them for another fucking expansion. Expansion, I'm using that word very fucking loosely. Because expansion, from where I come from, actually expands the game, doesn't take parts of it away from a fucking player who is giving you $90 already for the game. Who owns the day one season pass, right? That doesn't sound like an expansion to me. That sounds like a fucking enclosure that forces you into either this little tiny group of activities that you can now do, or you buy all of this for this amount. You throw your money, to use the words of Luke Smith, you throw your money at the screen because it's just got you that hot and horny that you're willing to fucking make it rain on the fucking TV over a fucking dance in a video game the same you would a fucking beautiful woman, and doing an erotic dance in front of you, right? That's what he thinks. And that isn't Activision, that's Luke Smith, that's Bungie. And that was another reason why I said, fuck you, Bungie, all right? Because I sat there and I listened to that fucking bullshit he was saying. Then I read his bullshit apology on the fucking forums, and I said, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You've already taken fucking season pass content away from me. Now you're saying this shit, because I hadn't even known that he had said this. I barely started to fucking, explore this shortly after the House of Wolves released. That's when I fucking started to find B. Dobbins and fucking all this shit. And that was another reason this video exists, is because no one was making a video about this. No one was a day one owner and a season pass owner who was like, yo, dude, they're fucking taking the game away. They're holding it hostage. I think the only person that did a video of it that I could find was Carrick at ACG. And I only saw that video because I had watched a bunch of his reviews, but I wasn't yet a subscriber. And then I saw that video and I said, fucking A. You've just earned a subscription because I haven't fucking heard anyone talking about this. Even B. Dobbins saying that it was cut content, which it obviously is. All right? It's obviously cut content. All right? And so these are the things that even hardcore Bungie players and Bungie fanboys can't refute. You can't refute that Destiny has been handled less than remarkably. And in fact, has turned into a greed machine that evolves to force the player to continue to give them money. You can't deny that. So at that point, it has to be someone's fault, but it can't be Bungie's fault because reasons. And this is what Activision ultimately wants, and why this argument is irrelevant and shouldn't happen. Because Activision wants you to be like, oh no, Bungie's good, Bungie's blah blah blah, because you're still gonna buy products from them. You're still gonna support them. That's the same reason they bought Blizzard. All right, they're owning these companies because they've fostered such goodwill. Activision's name is fucking shit. Everyone fucking knows that. We all know Activision is just the boss who's fucking pointing at the bottom line and saying, why the fuck isn't that black? All right, and that's the fucking thing. That's what it all boils down to. Is I don't care if Bungie didn't want it to happen. I don't care if Bungie fought it tooth and nail to the point that several fucking longtime employees straight up quit. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, at this point in time, Activision is the boss and Bungie is the employee. Destiny has Bungie's name stamped on it. If you look up in Wikipedia who the developer of fucking Destiny is, it's not going to say Activision, it's going to say Bungie. Alright? That's why Bungie is responsible. Okay? I don't care if they're just workers doing their job for their boss. They have done a job for their boss. It has been done. Destiny is a game that takes away season pass content from the season pass owner and forces them to give them more money to have access to the content that they've already bought. All right? And this stupid argument, whether it's Activision or blah, 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 is it Treyarch? Is it Activision? Is Treyarch just spotless? Treyarch does nothing wrong. Infinity Ward does nothing wrong. Those companies are beyond criticism. They're beyond scrutiny because Activision owns all of them, gives them the money, and is the boss. And therefore, we can't blame any one of those people or any other fucking developer ever that makes a game for Activision that fucking cuts season pass content away from the player, fucking cuts activities out, suggests microtransactions to help fund a live team to produce new content, then releases the cut content like Sparrow Racing. Sparrow Racing was cut. All those holiday events were cut. Alright? There's a reason there was that fucking helm that you could wear for Halloween right before Crota came out. That already existed. Those things already existed within the game. Those microtransactions didn't fund anything. Those microtransactions were just extra money. That's all it was. Okay? So it doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter because that is what Destiny is. That is the current state of Destiny. That is the current state of Activision. That is the current state of Bungie. Bungie works for Activision. So don't give me this crap that they are not responsible in any way, shape, or form for the game that they have made. Alright? You can say, yeah, and I will fucking back you up 100%. Destiny is a fucking amazing experience. And for what it could have been, and probably what they wanted it to be, it would have been amazing. Alright? But that's not the case. That's not the case. It is what it is. They did what they did. Activision did what they did. That's the fucking way it is. Bungie did it the way it is. That is the game that they delivered. That is the game we bought. That is the game that took content away from me. That is the game that is now saying, if you want this, you have to give us $60. 60 or 70. You know, I could buy the Taken King for what, 30? Then I gotta buy the new one for 40. So I might as well just buy the fucking big one, right, for 60. Might as well just buy a brand new title for a fucking expansion. An expansion that has cut the game off from day one season pass owners. But it's not Bungie. It's not Bungie. That's at that point, if you're making that argument, I'm going to assume you're a fanboy. That is the only reason to make that argument. The only reason to somehow protect a nameless, faceless group of people that you do not know, you have never met, random strangers, all right? And the only reason this argument would have any point and any relevancy is if they were under Activision's boot, they no longer worked for Activision, they were free agents, and they had made a new game. And you were trying to talk me into buying it. Because I'll tell you what, I wouldn't buy it. And I'd advise anyone watching my videos, any of my friends, anyone I talk to, I would say, do not buy that game. Do not buy that game. Wait. You will get a better deal later on with more content. Because I'm going to have to assume, since Destiny has been so lucrative, so successful, right, to the point where they're getting away with it. I bet you they have at least an 80% player base that has bought everything up till now. 80% of people who own Destiny will be getting the Rise of Iron. I would bet my left fucking testicle on it. All right? So they're fine, right? They're making the money they need to make, right? And so I would have to assume that they would follow a similar model with their new game, because this game hasn't hurt them. And that's the only case where you would make this argument to say they won't do it again. This is going to be everything that we wanted Destiny to be. They're going to make it up to you. It's going to be full of fucking content. They're not going to fucking take shit out of it. They're not going to fucking take stuff that you've already bought away from you and force you to fucking give them more money to enjoy the same activities that you had enjoyed a week ago. You know, give us 40 more bucks or don't get it. Or you can just give us 60 bucks and get these sick fucking emotes too. Just throw your money at the screen. Because we fucking love you guys. We love you. Not the money you're throwing at the screen. We love you. And we respect you. And we care about you guys. And what you think. Right? The fuck out of here. Doesn't matter either way. Because right now they don't fucking care. Okay? Because I'm a fucking goddamn Destiny owner that can't play his game. That can't play the shit he bought. That can't play the fucking strikes he owns. Right? I spent $90 and they took all my content away from me at the end game. Took that shit right out from under me. Stole my fucking content away from me. Bungie did that because Destiny is their game. That's the end of this conversation. I love you guys. Sorry I got a little heated. It's just an annoying ass argument that makes no sense and goes nowhere. Till next time, I love you. Stay safe, stay awesome. Keep kicking ass.